I appreciate the opportunity to be with you and talk about this system and how important it is to public safety. Our old system, we relied on a thing called open sky, where we had to patch different radio systems together through internet protocols. And it also has aged itself out both in terms of equipment and capability. This new system allows us to transmit data and communicate with different agencies. Now, if you go back in history, after 9/11, the 9/11 Commission, one of the key findings was interoperable communication. Because of the failure to have that, lives were lost. Plain and simple, that was the conclusion. And that's the fact today. Unless we have interoperable, solid communication capabilities, lives will be lost. And so having myself been at ground zero after 9/11 and seeing the failure of communication, and then in New Orleans after and still no communication, I saw how lives were lost. Communication was interrupted and there was no ability to deal with certain situations. And most recently, our team, including myself, went to MSU, and we did not have this system operating yet. So on so many levels, having a system where we can communicate with partners regardless of where they are all across our state is critically important.
One community couldn't talk to another community within Oakland County. That's bad enough. But if you were an officer in Southfield and you had to chase some bad guy or bad lady down into Detroit, you lost radio communications there as well. That is not a safe way to conduct law enforcement.
And the biggest thing, and the sheriff hit on this, is that public safety departments in Oakland County are no longer on the Oakland County island. We're now able to communicate across the county, across local areas in southeast Michigan, the region, and the state, which makes this radio system invaluable for all of us.
The tragedies of 9/11 certainly revealed to the world the importance of interoperability between agencies, and not just public safety agencies, but also non-governmental and governmental agencies. Because in the event of a critical incident response, we're all coming together. And through these radios, we can now communicate importantly. Secondly, when you look at the city of Southfield, we're considered the city the city that's in the center of it all, the center of it all. And so what that means to you all is there's different aspects of areas through our city that we go into other counties, other cities. And now through this radio system, we're now able to communicate with those other municipalities in a very timely manner, again, backing each other up and then providing support to one another.
Radio communications is one of the most important aspects of officer safety outside of outstanding training. In Southfield, we discovered that our old radio system was not meeting our officers' needs, and over time, it was a true officer safety issue. Officers were consistently losing signal within city limits. They lost signal every time we had to leave the city, and we had no way of communicating or listening to radio traffic of surrounding jurisdictions. I equate our old radio system as being like a game of telephone being played with 2 tin cans and a string. As you can imagine, not being able to request additional assistance or tell a dispatcher where you are or communicate to a neighboring jurisdiction during a major event is unsettling and unsafe for both the officers and the community. This is why the P25 radio system is so important. Being a part of the P25 radio system provides our officers with the security of knowing that they will not lose radio signal during a critical incident. They will not lose radio contact when they leave the city, and they can monitor nearby departments for events that will impact the city. My officers can now collaborate more effectively with other agencies during emergencies and during large-scale multi-agency events such as the NFL draft being held in a couple weeks. This also includes other community initiatives that may require us to use radio communications.
This investment by Oakland County is a step forward for all of us in the county, and speaking as one mayor in one community in Oakland County, we're extremely pleased to have this $61 million investment for our first responders and the important work that they do every single day.
By ensuring our animal control officers, courts, correction deputies, and assistant assistant prosecutors have access to these upgrades too. We're really bringing a holistic approach to safety to the county.